John and Rebecca Jones here just found out by paying another $1,116.98, it saves them $5,000 in interest and it removes several payments from their amortization schedule. So they knock out payments and they knock out interest with this money. How amazing is that? Well, you know what? If we can get out of debt in 7.7 years, why don't we get another property now and then rent it out? Or we can purchase a new home, live in that, and rent this one out. So let's go with this first scenario. They found another home that's in a neighborhood that they got for a bargain, and they're going to rent that home out. Let's see what happens when we add it all in. So we're going to go to accounts. Let's say we found a mortgage, all right? And we're going to add a new account. When we add a new account, we're going to say, what kind of account is it? We want to add a mortgage. Okay. Do we want a home equity line of credit that we're adding, or are we adding a regular mortgage? Well, we're going to add a regular mortgage. So we're going to call this our rental. All right. The lender is some bank somewhere. Okay. And then we're going to put in the account details. All right. So the start balance is $250,000. So now the interest rate we're putting in is 4%. The number of months, 360. Okay. Now we're going to put in the payment. Now, how do I figure out the payment? So I went to an amortization schedule. I've got $250,000 at 4%. The payment is $1,193.54. $1,193.54. So I go back and I can put in the payment amount, $1,193.54. Total payment, $1,193.54. All right. So when are we going to start this thing? Okay. They're in October now. So once we get this done, they made a deal. Their first payment on this is going to be January 1 of the new year. That's when they're going to put their first payment in. So by being able to predict the future, now the way that I'm putting it in now, they have to make both mortgage payments. That's the way it's going in right now, but that's not the way it's going to stay. So even if they have to make both mortgage payments based on what they're making now, I'm going to save this information. The program is going to recalculate and then tell me that instead of 7.7 years, getting out of debt is going to take me 20.1 years. Do you mean they can pay off both mortgages when one mortgage was going to take 30 years? They can pay off both mortgages by paying out of their budget. They can pay both of them off in 20 years. Oh, but that's not what we want to do, is it? We want to rent one of these properties out. So what do we have to do? We have to go to the budget and put in that they're renting this property out for $1,800 a month. Okay. So remember, they're paying $1,190 something, but we're going to rent it out for $1,800. So we're going to add income. Okay. And so our income is going to be monthly. It's going to be $1,800. All right. And then the first month we'll be able to get that money will be next month on the 1st. Boom. We're going to get that money. And single monthly deposit. Okay. There we go. This is our rental income. That's the budget name. All right. And then once we get that in, then we're going to select a category. As soon as the spinny wheel stops going, we're going to rent a category. So it's going to be income. All right. And let's see, this is going to be their business. Okay. So we're going over to business and we're just calling it our business income. Okay. There it is. So now we're going to save that information. And do you want to itemize this? No, we don't want to itemize it. Okay. So we want to do that. And then we're going to save that. Now that we put the income in, watch this. Remember, they were supposed to be out of debt in 7.7 years on one mortgage. We've added a new 30-year mortgage with a renter. They're now able to pay off both mortgages in 10.3 years. Went from 7.7 to 10.3. Folks, it didn't even add it less than 3 years to their payoff. Their new potential interest savings is $294,000. Look at that. This is amazing. Now, what can we do with that savings? I'm going to go in here to show you something else that I've never shown anybody else what our program can do. We're going to go in and click on net worth and show what happens when we're able to take that money that we're saving. What can we do with that and start growing our net worth? And so we're going to click on potential wealth accumulation here. Click on that. Take the money that we're no longer paying an interest. And by 2032, what if we didn't want to buy any more properties and start putting that money away? The first year that they're out of debt, it would grow to $58,000. And folks, the compound interest rate here is at 1%. So I know you guys know ways to gain more than 1% interest on your money. But after year 2, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 years, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years. They could grow their wealth to over $1 million using the same monies they would have paid the bank. And in 18 years at 1% can accumulate over $1 million. These folks work a W-2 job and have a rental, and in 18 years can save up over $1 million. Folks, this is amazing. I'm talking about predicting the future here. They can know this even before they even purchase the rental. That's what we're talking about today.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.